all couples argue. We just do it with a little bit more flavor.
And a little bit more volume.
And this episode is about how we fight.
And how we fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So love and war.
How we fight and how we fix it.
Yeah. I mean, we don't argue the same. I mean, let's just say we both grew up around Latino parents, but you scream and yell a lot more. And I don't want to say because you're Cuban American.
Probably.
But you're always, your hand gestures, you could be a very...
My dad's very loud, so I must have gotten it from my father.
I scream a lot. I tried to fix that.
You scream a lot.
I'm working on it. I'm a work in progress.
Well, you, my friend, are the one that starts most of the fights because you're just very loud and very aggressive. You know how I give you that nickname, DMX? Because that's how you are. That's all you do. You throw tantrums, and then you throw the worst tantrums because you start your tantrums and you start bitching since early in the morning.
I need a shrink in this podcast to help me deal with you. Let's just go there, because with you it's like the same things over and then you have selective hearing, so you don't hear most of my.
Yeah, but it
orders.
Doesn't matter. I block everything out because there's no reason for you to be yelling so early in the morning. It's like the worst thing to start your day.
No.
It's the worst time of the day for you to wake up and just start arguing or screaming and bitching about whatever. Like, how do you start your day?
I'm glad you call it bitching. Okay, so fathers are usually the ones that get the house in order in the AM, get everybody going, because that's our job as being, and you call it screaming, yelling, bitching, whatever you call it, but my voice is the dominant voice in the household. So I have to let everybody know, okay, it's time to get it going.
Yeah, but you shouldn't. See, that's the thing. You shouldn't be doing it like that. Not first thing in the morning when we got to wake up, take care of business. Your daughter has to go to school, because then it's like.
You know who I blame? I blame my brother. God rest his soul. He would jump up and start kicking me. Get your ass up. It's time to get it.
Yeah, but then it spirals. It's like you get us in such a bad mood. And mind you, me and your daughter are both girls, so we're emotional creatures. And then we get annoyed that you're arguing, you're yelling at the top of your lungs at 8:00 in the morning. So it's like.
Well, listen, somebody's got to do it, and that's the job of the father.
No, you just got to cut that shit out, because I'm not going to put up with it no more.
Somebody's got to be the bad guy in the household.
No, nobody's going to be no damn bad guy.
And not the bad guy. I don't mean that like in that. I mean as far as somebody's got to put stuff in order.
Honestly, I think you're the one that yells the most. You're always yelling. I'm not going to lie. I do yell most of the time. Yeah. But
I yell. You bitch a lot. You're Miss Bitch a lot. Yeah, you're always bitching about something and screaming. You scream.
I scream a
lot. You don't even yell. You scream. It's like a scream. All right, no, but you do. You're always, it's constantly shouting. And I heard somewhere the other day that in a household, the husband shouldn't scream.
I know,
or the wife shouldn't scream.
I've learned to shut down. Like when you start all your little stuff, I just stop. I shut down.
I smoke cannabis.
Learned, over the years,
I smoke because I have nothing else to make me calm down when you start screaming and bitching.
Well, thank God I don't take Xanax anymore, but...
How has your journey off of that and only smoking weed? It's been pretty rough
because you're still the same way and you don't stop.
I'm glad I've helped you along the way of that.
Not the best.
Well, you're doing very well. I'm very proud of you. On the next episode, how do you get over certain things in life and habits?
Listen, all I will say is that over the years, I've just learned not to clash with you. I give you the silent treatment, and I'll let you be silent. Like I just stay silent, and I go to the other side of the west wing of the house, and then I just hide from you. And then I'll wait for you to calm down, and then when you're calm, then you start with the because every night you
as
try
calm as I am right now. I'll tell you something. I don't like the silence. Silent treatment.
Exactly. See, you don't like the silent treatment, but I give you the silent treatment when you start bitching.
We're creative minds. We have to express ourselves.
No, even because if I have to express myself with you,
I like when you scream at me. I scream back at your ass, like
but that's not healthy.
I think it's worse to keep it inside. I think it is. You're right. It's not healthy, but it is healthy to a degree, because then we might half an hour later. Then we'll eat a meal, smoke a little something together, and watch a movie. as long as we don't go to sleep mad at each other. I
See,
think
but
that's
that's
the
your
key.
thing. That's your thing. You
That's my
always
thing.
have this thing of not going to sleep mad at each other.
don't
So
like that shit.
if I give you silent treatment all day long,
Then you're going to sleep mad.
no, because
Yeah.
then you crawl on the side of my bed and then you start trying to hug
cuddle
me.
and I cuddle. Cuddle, baby. No, but if I could give all couples a suggestion out there, yeah, that's probably one of them. Would be don't go to sleep mad at your spouse. Yeah.
I try not to.
Try not to, and at least talk about it. Don't do the silent treatment.
Do the silent treatment. It works every time. Yeah, it does. But I will say this: over the years, it has changed. That's for sure.
I don't want to say it's gotten worse because I think it's gotten
we
a
were
bit
bad
better.
before.
I think when we're on TV,
Let's not even bring that up
When
because
we
we
were-
were real bad.
when we were dealing with like current fame on television and we were
Oh, that
always
was
on the
terrible.
grind, I think we were constantly fighting and
Well, we were because we worked together. Remember that
Yeah,
we worked together.
worked together.
So then I had to make sure you had your clothes ready in the morning. You would spaz out in the morning because you were freaking out, like because we had to film a scene, and then it's like we're arguing all the way up until we pull up into our scene.
that's because you have to drive yourself to the location unless
yeah.
somebody's driving you, which
Unless
hardly
somebody,
ever.
yeah. So then it's like you have all. It's like you fight all. You get.
No, you're fighting from the day before because usually you're prepping from the day before.
Yeah, but you are very I don't even know how to explain your attitude, but it's like you get very nervous, and when you get nervous, you get mad. So if nothing is on point for you, you're going to be ripping me a new asshole
Don't talk like
every
that. That
day.
is very bad, bro. Why do you talk like
Because it's true. It's like you would scream at the top of your
that? You're a
lungs.
diva. It's like, I need this, I need that.
But then you get mad at me because I'm on TV as
Wait.
well, and I have to go to the salon, do my nails.
That's what I'm talking about. No, you do that
All
even when
right.
it's not TV.
No, but you're not listening
You
to me.
treat everything
Let me finish my statement,
like
and then
a
you can
set
speak.
call.
Let me finish my statement, and then you can speak. Don't make me raise my voice one more time.
I love you.
For real, look. When we were filming together and we worked together, you didn't know how to differentiate. Like, I hope I said that right. But you couldn't like I don't know how to say it, but it's like we both worked. We were both on TV. You have to look good. You have to have your stuff in order. But then I'm a woman. I'm a lady. I have to make sure my hair's done. My nails are done. My makeup is done. And you used to throw tantrums all the time. You used to throw fits all the time because I was always in the salon or I was always getting my nails. Always. But that's what I had to do in order to
That's the price
prepare.
of fame, if you think about it.
I had to prepare myself. So I don't think you really understood it. And that's what caused a lot of our...
Well, I understand it now. Also, because now you do it even if you're not filming on
But you
television.
knew this.
Now
I don't
it's
know what
like
you didn't know. Like, I was always
everything
at a
is a set
salon.
call, but I guess that's the life we chose.
Yeah, but you are different.
Man, I'm a stoner. I'll throw some jeans on, some slides, a hoodie, and I'm ready to go. You know? At the age of 45. 45?
You're 47.
I think I'm 47, right? At the age
You
of
are
47,
47. Stop lying to
I've
yourself.
learned to make things more comfortable for me, and that's what I seek, you know, to be more comfortable in
You
life.
still complain
may it
about
be
everything.
with my wife, or may it be in all things I do. I try to be more comfortable. I think when we argue, you stay calm.
I've
more than
learned
I
to
do.
stay calm.
Have you? Yeah, because
Yes.
before you were out of control, bro.
I was really bad, and I think we had to adjust how we managed our arguments because our arguments would escalate real bad.
What?
Our arguments would escalate real bad. Back, let's say like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, our
0
arguments,
to 100 real quick.
Our arguments will go from 0 to 100 real quick, and if alcohol is involved, that could be bad. Remember when I stuck my foot through the mozzie, my heel?
Oh my gosh. I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to talk
That
about
was a
nothing like that.
$2,000 receipt later.
Yeah.
Invoice.
You've calmed down a lot. Now you like, I don't like the silent treatment. You might give me the silent treatment or you just walk away, you know. Thank God I do combat sports and I have my, gyms I go to in my gym and I'm able to express myself, walk away from you. Because before there was nowhere to go. It's like,
Yeah. But
Especially during the pandemic. That shit was horrible.
that was bad. That was different.
And I'm sure a lot of couples went through it.
A lot of couples probably went through it.
Rules of engagement. I shall not engage in an argument with you if I know you're going to win. That's how simple it is. If I know you're right, I'll just be like, yeah, baby, you're right, bro. Whatever. But you're right. Yeah. Sorry, my bad. And then I'll just go to watch TV or podcast or whatever I'm watching. Or read a book. By the way, I wrote a book. It's called My Mother the Godmother. You can find it at mymotherthegodmother.com.
We have fight rules, right? It's kind of like Fight Club. No, I'm just kidding.
Nobody tells on Fight Club. No, we don't fight. We train together, so I guess we do fight a little bit here and there.
Oh, yeah, we do that.
The other day, she one-two'd me. Of course, we were training Muay Thai, but I think she did it on purpose.
No, you hit me on purpose,
No,
and you do it on purpose all the time.
I was teaching you how to block.
Listen, the point is, what I'm trying to say is, we have rules as far as when we fight. Yes. I know one thing is for sure. I don't take a fight too far where I'm screaming divorce I'm leaving
that.
you.
No,
or I don't think word. I think that's one rule that we'll never cross that bridge, because yes, we may fight and it can and could be worse than what it is, but that word, the D word, will never come out my mouth, or leaving you will never come out my mouth.
Not eject. I shall not eject. The captain goes down with the ship. No, I'm just kidding. I love you. My rules are, I don't like for you to go to sleep mad at me or me mad at you. Yeah, if you're pissing me off too much, I'll just run to the gym, lift some weights, maybe hit a bag or two. And when in doubt, take her to eat. Sushi, most of the time. Take her to eat. I don't know what that means, but I'll take you anywhere you want.
Crab. But yeah, those are our rules, right?
Yes.
How do we fix it?
With lots of love, baby.
And this is not baby making. Definitely no. We don't want another one.
I think that with the anxiety that you have helped create in my life, if it wasn't for the best cannabis in the world and mixed martial arts, I wouldn't have a coping mechanism because, okay, yes, and I mean this with the utmost respect. When you deal with somebody on a 24-hour basis, you live, love, and work with this person, how do you, what was it that somebody told me, that sometimes you have to learn how to cool off, or you have
finding ways to cope.
Yeah, what is your I forgot the key phrase here, but how do you calm down from that?
Such outbursts.
Yeah, 24-hour tension that you build being around that person. And I guess, first of all, you need some time and space, maybe in the house or room, maybe going to a gym, maybe high amounts of cannabis while you do such things. So I think that I've learned that I can't stop training MMA or Muay Thai or Jiu-Jitsu. I can't stop training, and I have to smoke some weed in order to deal with the anxiety that you cause most of the days. But I welcome your anxiety, and I'm okay with that.
I'm not the only one that causes anxiety here, okay?
When you say anxiety,
there was a reason why I got on Xanax for a long time, and thank God
I'm glad you're off
of
that shit.
But with that being said, that's how I was coping, but I've learned that cannabis helps me a lot more also. But another thing that does help me when all that is building up, no.
Helps me too.
Okay, you're throwing me off track.
Sorry.
But like how you say how you cope, like weed has helped me also, calms me down. But also I need space and I need some time and I need some alone time.
Sauna. Has the sauna helped you? What helps you cope with me?
I'm trying to say what copes, but you are irritating the shit out of me right now, and it's going to cause me to argue with you. Okay. So what helps me cope is cannabis, some time and space, and sometimes I like to take off with faith and go do a girl's thing, maybe go do groceries or go shopping, or just kind of just take my mind off of it and leave you in silent treatment for a little while. But obviously we try not to go for too long in a whole argument.
Yeah, I'm like that too. I'd rather like, okay, if you're mad for a couple hours, by the time you get home, just understand that we're gonna get over it and put some back to normalness back to it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, my coping mechanism and reading a lot, and like I said, I love watching certain things. I love documentaries. I love podcasts on my conspiracies because it's all one huge conspiracy.
Yeah, if it were up to you, we probably would be aliens right now.
We are aliens.
Probably. I
Yeah.
wouldn't doubt it. Well, I mean, honestly, as far as our bounce back is concerned, I want to say that what helps ease off the argument or whatever and what you do to make it better is you tend to always realize that you fuck up and you say the meanest things to me. So when
Sorry.
I give you the silent treatment, I love how you apologize in advance.
Yeah.
But you
'Cause
tend
I'm
to
a meanie.
recognize when you fuck up and when you're mean. So then you would apologize first. So
I
that's
think I think the life coach helped me a lot. Speaking to him in times of need, but no, I think that you've helped me a lot because then I'm like, all right, damn, I'm a mean dude sometimes to her, and and then having my daughter has helped me a lot because you taught me that little girls are emotional creatures. So I'm like, I can't treat this one bad because then I'm showing my little girl that it's okay for a man to treat her bad. So I've learned to like, oh, I can't say that. Or I can't be as mean to you as I used to be mean to other women sometimes that would get into it, and I get it, and
But
I
then
thank you for that.
you come forward and you apologize first, and then I'll come back, and then I apologize, and then we kind of meet somewhere in the middle, and then we have makeup sex.
Yes, happy wife, happy life. Yep, that's what we do,
And then
kiddo.
we just go on about our lives, and we move on and get back to business.
Yeah,
Period.
and feed her constantly and frequently,
Yeah, have to take me to my favorite restaurant
whichever one it is this month, this week,
this week.
today. Whatever it is, and I know that I have to feed you constantly. I have to
Always.
take you out to eat.
That's how you will win me over every time,
That's
and
how.
I will accept the
What do you think my method
argument.
is? Hey, you hungry? Damn, I'm sorry for saying that mean stuff. Here, food. Yeah.
Just give me. Remember when we first started dating? How I would tell you, like, don't ever bring me flowers.
Yeah, bring me real flour,
Bring
bud.
me real flower buds.
Yeah.
See, that's the best way to apologize to me next time, and make sure they're all indica,
I will.
indica
I shall.
dominant, whatever it is. That's how you'll calm down the argument. We could just close the books on the argument.
Yes, ma'am.
But as far as fighting and making up, it's who doesn't fight and who doesn't argue. There's a lot of couples out there that relate to us when they see us, and
I remember coming out of the courthouse once and we were arguing. And
we
I think
weren't really
I
arguing.
think
I
you
was
were on
just talking.
probation or something like that. Oh, sorry. And we're coming out of the courthouse, and a lawyer was with his client, and
It
the
actually
client saw
happened
us
to be an old lawyer that I worked for in the
when you were
past when I
paralegal.
was a paralegal.
And the client,
But he didn't recognize me. That's the crazy part. The client that he was with heard us kind of bickering. We weren't really arguing because we were just talking loud, and you were about to leave, and I wasn't used to you leaving like that.
you were arguing.
It was-
You
it
weren't
was-
bickering. You were arguing.
But we were
No,
talking
you were bickering.
loud.
Yeah, we weren't arguing. You were bickering like you always do.
Yeah. So then that guy, the lawyer's client, like turned around and screamed from the top of the
I
courtroom.
knew that voice.
He's like, I knew that voice from somewhere. And
Oh, you
it
guys
was-
really do.
He's like, you guys are really like this in real life. I'm like, yeah, it's really us. And then I turned and I saw his attorney, and I was like, oh my God, I remember I worked for you a few years back. It was such a small circle moment, but people see us on the street, even when we're at
What you
Walmart.
see is what you get.
Even when we were at Walmart, people would hear us bickering because we're like arguing
And
over
come from the other aisle. They would come from like the other aisle around, and
They're
they'd be
like, I
like,
knew I heard that
"Oh
voice
my
from
God, I thought
somewhere."
it was you guys. I didn't want to believe it, but yes, it is you guys."
And they're like, I
arguing.
can tell when it's your voice because I know your voice. I'm like, what's wrong with my voice? Are we always screaming like that?
You are most of the time, but I love you for that.
Has our love language changed at all? Honestly, I didn't even know what my love language was, to be real honest with you. But has it changed at all?
A tad bit, not really, somewhat. Nah, that has it's gotten better. Our love language has gotten better. It might have changed a little, but
What's my love language? Do you even know what my love language is?
Oh, yes, I do.
See, you're going off the deep end, bro.
Nah, our love language. I'm sure all couples go through their love language changing a bit, but it hasn't. Not fully.
I think
I
mine
still
is
understand
to
you.
go eat.
Do you still understand me?
I do understand you sometimes, most of the time. I mean, sorry doesn't mean anything without change. So you gotta say sorry, but you gotta change at the same time.
Changing takes time, but I show up.
And here we are, 10 years later.
10 years.
Well, we're going on 10 this year, but
Uh,
we've changed. I can say that much.
Somewhat, a
We've
lot.
changed a lot, and we've maneuvered our arguments very well.
We've maneuvered love, fame, business, togetherness, being parents.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
You know,
I think that's what really keeps us together and keeps us going is our daughter and our children.
Yeah.
It's
And we
our
got
kids.
something to do, you know, like we stay busy.
Yeah.
And I love you.
And I love you too. Right back at you.
Right back at you, kid. Here's looking at you, kid.
My dad used to say that. My dad says that to my mom all the time.
Humphrey Bogart said that in Casablanca.
But my dad would write it in flower cards to my mom is what I've been trying to tell you for
in
years.
a letter, and you told me this.
I've been
10
telling
years
you this
ago.
for years.
I
That's
know.
my dad saying. He's always said it to my mom.
Wow.
He's looking at you, kid.
That's amazing.
I think they even have a portrait of the
Yes.
scene at the house.
No,
You've
they
seen
have
it.
the poster of the movie, but not a scene of it.
Bro,
It's not the actual scene.
it doesn't matter. But I've been telling you.
What's the
about
name of the movie?
Oh my God, bro.
What's the name of the movie, Marie?
I don't fucking know. Casablanca?
Casablanca, yes.
Yes.
What type of things start a fight in most couples' household? Any couple. What things? Like, I mean, liking the wrong Instagram?
You're really going to bring
Post?
that up.
Huh?
You're really going to bring that up?
I mean, is that a thing that just
Absolutely, it's a
spurs
thing.
controversy
And mind you,
in the household?
I'm a little bit more. I want to say that
You're a
I've-
psycho.
I've learned over the years, but listen,
I did not know this.
If it would have been me
Apparently,
10
you're not
years ago,
supposed to like everybody's Instagram posts.
you're not supposed to like other girls' posts, and you're not supposed to be communicating with robots. Okay, robots.
They're robots. They're AI.
No,
they're not real
that's
people.
not the point. Listen, you're gonna end up in the back trunk of the car tonight
Don't say
if
that
you
type
keep
of
on.
stuff. Yo, you're incriminating yourself.
I don't
Don't do
give a
this.
damn. But what
No.
I'm trying to tell you is
You're completely right.
that
That's a no-no.
That's definitely a no-no, and you bringing it up is a no-no.
What's another
'cause
no-no?
Now you're gonna get me mad.
What's another no-no?
Knowing your place, I guess, as a wife or as a girlfriend, know your place amongst
Like not be around other men
like
or
for example, if your man or your husband have male close friends, you
know
gotta,
that you're not supposed to be around them. because
yeah,
it's
and you gotta
uncalled
just
for.
keep that to a minimum.
I think that's very respectful too. Yeah, I think more common sense between husband and wife on like
or girlfriend and boyfriend.
yeah, even
a
girlfriend.
lot of
yeah.
people need
a lot
to
of people
know
lost
their
their
place.
morals. Yeah.
A lot of people need to learn their place in relationships, and I think that's another thing. That's why I learned with you is that I gotta keep you away from other girls.
What about clothing? What about like when a man or a woman dress, or let's say a woman dresses
Listen,
a
back
certain
then
way
you didn't care about how I dress. Now you care.
because you're my wife.
Exactly.
You've been my wife. You passed the 3 years. You passed the 5 years. You even passed the 7-year mark, and we're going on the 10-year mark as a couple. So now I hold you much more dear.
Oh, I
than
got
I
a good
did
one.
5,
I got a good one.
10
And
years ago.
how about seductive pictures?
Seductive
As a
pictures.
wife. I mean, not seductive, but like a thirst trap.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, what if I posted a thirst trap like I did before, and then you got mad at me about it and made me take it
Yeah,
down?
you don't do that anymore because.
But I'm young, and I'm still trying to like.
Yes, but you're a
accept
married woman, and even if you're beautiful,
There's a lot of married women out there that post half naked pictures, and I
a
got
lot of
OS.
those married women,
And they got
either they
OS.
have an understanding with their husband or they don't. But in my household, my understanding is a woman should not be showing too much because who are you really showing it for? You're not showing it for me because I see it here at home. Why would I
You're
see
right.
it on
You're
the
right.
gram?
I agree with you, and that
on
takes more time.
OnlyFans, and I'm not attacking how anybody gets their money because hey, if you got an
Shit,
understanding,
maybe I should open an OnlyFans, or would you let me?
no, you shall not.
Next week, we're talking about new generation of entrepreneurs, young, digital, and fearless.
These kids are building empires from their laptops. We're breaking down the mindset behind it and how they're changing the hustle game for real. This episode has been sponsored by Cookies SF.
Thank you for the drip.